From text to his ex to another woman in his bed, Miss Stevens says Mr. Torres shows all the signs of being a cheater. But if he wants to stay in this relationship, he'll need to show proof of being faithful. Today on Divorce Court. All rise. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding.
Hello, everyone. You may be seated.
Your Honor, the case of Stevens v. Torres.
Hello, and welcome to Divorce Court. Ms. Stevens, Mr. Torres, I am so glad to have you here at Divorce Court, and thank you for trusting me with your relationship. From what I understand, a little bit about you all. Ms. Stevens, Mr. Torres, you have been together for 4 years. You live together presently. You have one child together who's a 1-year-old. And there are other children from previous relationships. But there are 3 kids in the home, am I right?
Yes.
Which means that what decisions you all make today have an impact on some little people's lives, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Stevens, why are we in court today?
So we're here today because Carlos is a lying, deceitful man.
Oh, my goodness.
And, yeah, pretty much. And I really just want to know the results to this lie detector test before I decide if we're going to go any further, if I'm going to marry him. And if he fails this test today, I'm leaving.
So if the results don't come back in a way that allows you to rebuild your trust, you're not ready to go forward. Is that correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Torres, you heard what Ms. Stevens said. What do you say, sir?
I'm here today, Your Honor, just to prove that I'm faithful, I'm loyal, and I love Takarinia, and I want to marry her.
Okay, Ms. Stevens, why don't you take me back to a time that I like to call roses and daisies time, when you all first met? And then how did we get to this point that we're in divorce court?
So when me and Carlos first met, I had literally just moved to his neighborhood. He grew up there. He pulled up with a truck full of kids.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm a mama. I love children. So he did tell me they wasn't all his. However, you know, he asked me on a date, and I went for it because he seemed like a active person in children's life. I loved it. We didn't go on that date, but we became really cool. We became friends. He used to check on me a lot. He checked on me and my son. That went on for about 7 months with us just being friends, interacting with our children.
Excuse me? They were together for 7 months?
No, we were just
With no date.
friends.
No, we was just friends, Your Honor.
interacting with the kids for 7 months. Just interacting with the kids, hanging out. He was checking on me and my son.
That's what they call it now. Okay.
We didn't make it official until after that. We did make it official. We made it official.
All right.
We had a moment.
Okay, so Mr. Torres, somehow you got Miss Stevens to be your woman after 7 months with no date, okay? I'm gonna trust you on that one. So, okay, again, it does sound roses and daisies that y'all figured out how to make it work.
Yeah.
But then you say there were some red flags.
Yes, Your Honor, there was some red flags. So in the period of us dating, we had a breakup and he left his phone in my car.
That was dumb. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yes, Your Honor, it was.
Yeah, it was dumb.
And of course, I went through the phone just to kind of, I wasn't gonna hold him accountable for anything, but I just wanted to see who he was, if it made sense. Upon going through the phone, I seen who he was, all right. He was texting his ex-girlfriend saying, let me see that booty. Basically asking her for booty pictures.
Come on now.
You know, and with that being said, you know,
we weren't together yet.
I never confronted it. I just noted it and let it go.
So,
you know?
well, at that time you were not a, quote, couple, am I correct?
Correct.
Yes, Your Honor, you're correct.
Okay. But there came a time when you were each other's person, if you will, and you determined that Mr. Torres does not always tell you the truth. Am I correct?
Yes. We discussed booking a trip. Okay, we discussed booking a family trip, and he was down with it. I booked the trip, and then I told him, hey, I booked the trip. At that moment, he looked at me like, I wanted to go to New Orleans with my homeboys, and it's kind of like a guy's thing. I wasn't planning on...
Let me ask a question. This was back in 2023. You were going to book a trip. Mr. Torres, were you aware that she was looking to book a family trip?
No, I mean, we talked about it, but, I mean, it was nothing in writing.
But so when she told you she booked the trip, that's when your plans, you disclosed your previous plans.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you never talked about Okay, I'm going to book a trip the 3rd week of March.
No, ma'am.
Okay, what is wrong with you people? Y'all don't know how to have a conversation? I'm married, a whole married lady. I don't book anything without asking my husband if this is convenient for him.
Right, and I did understand that, but because he agreed to it, I just figured like, okay, his schedule is a little, I know his off days, we're gonna go to it. So I didn't lock in, I just presented it to him. And when I presented to him like, hey, I did pay for this, are you ready to, like, do you wanna do this? He let me know like, I don't wanna do it, I don't wanna do it. I didn't make a big deal about it because I wanted to respect his wishes of wanting to hang out with his friends. I didn't wanna be like overbearing or anything. Moving forward, he went on that trip. On that trip, you know, a family member called to check on him, and on that call, he was on speakerphone. He didn't know he was on speakerphone, but the family member hears another person in the background. It's like, hey, is that Susan? And he confirms, like, yeah, that's Susan, but don't say nothing. But you're on speaker. What you mean don't say nothing?
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Who is Susan?
So, who is Susan, Carlos? Who is Susan?
Just
right, but no,
a friend
the point
of mine.
That ain't it though. And on that
you
trip,
mean?
I'm saying because you never considered the fact that I wasted all of that money. My money just went to the wind. We never rebooked the trip. $480 was gone. Me and the kids were
So
so
I'm
sad.
still questioning who is Susan, because from what I remember, you said you were going with your homeboys on the trip. I do listen to everything.
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, there was a person that got added on to the trip because they said they'll drive.
I know how to drive.
I want to know about the baby shower, because you know that irritated me when I heard about it.
The day of the baby shower came, I don't hear nothing from Carlos.
Mr. Torres, what happened?
Things wasn't good between us. So I didn't want to go in front of her family and play pretend.
That's not going to make for a long-term relationship, sir.
I agree with you today. I just went agreeing with you when it was going on.
Okay.
Your Honor, the math isn't mathing, and that's not the only time he got caught.
Okay, I'm listening. Keep going.
There was another incident where we had just gotten back together again, okay, and we were kind of trying to bond. So we went to a bar, we were hanging out, and now we're sitting in the car conversating. Some chick come knocking on my window, like, tap, tap, tap. Yeah, Carlos, can I talk to you? This what we doing? What do you mean this what we doing? Carlos got out the car, walked off with the girl. Walked off with the girl. So I'm sitting there like blindsided, like.
Mr. Torres, something tells me that you didn't have a clean break from the side chick.
When I got back with her, I wasn't talking to the young lady.
Okay.
So when she seen us at the bar, that's when she walked up to the window and knocked on the window.
That's because you had ghosted her and you had not been a grown man and just told her what the deal was.
It wasn't the only thing he was lying to me about, so.
Well, I know you have had some issues because you think that he is always breaking promises to you.
Man, yeah.
I want to know about the baby shower, because you know that irritated me when I heard about it.
So what happened was me and Carlos planned for months that we would wear red and gold to the baby shower, red being his favorite color, gold being my favorite. You know, we were gonna do that. The kids were involved in everything. The day of the baby shower came, I don't hear nothing from Carlos. It was a very huge event. We had big old backyard bouncy houses.
I
for
don't
the
care
kids.
what you had at your baby shower. The man that got you pregnant should be there.
Exactly. As well as he claims that he was there for me, but the evidence shows you that I'm in that photo all by myself at
I'd
my
like
baby
to see
shower.
the evidence you've presented, ma'am.
Your Honor.
1 second, Mrs. D. Oh, very pregnant.
Very pregnant.
And she's in her red and gold outfit.
I'm in my red and gold. You see the
And
red and gold
she's
backdrop?
standing there by herself. Mr. Torres, what happened?
Your Honor, things wasn't good between us. So I didn't want to go in front of her family and play pretend.
So why didn't you tell her?
Because I wanted to make her mad. I'm not going to lie.
See, now that's an honest answer. So you did something petty.
Yes, ma'am.
And you missed your child's baby shower.
Something I have to live with.
Yeah, but that's not going to make for a long-term relationship, sir.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're saying that you want to be in a relationship with someone, you're not going to be petty. You're going to try to work things out, especially for the big moments. At least that's what I would think. What do you think, Corey?
Oh, I agree with that 100%.
I agree with you today. I just went agreeing with you when it was going on.
Okay.
My final straw was when I came in the house, there was somebody sleeping in the bed.
There was a friend. So I was like, you could sleep in my room.
And
So let's
it
get to the
affected me.
bottom line. Mr. Yarbrough, we asked Mr. Torres, have you had any sexual contact with, quote, the girl in the bed?
The polygraph examination results indicated
What?
From what I understand, that's not the only
That's
time
not
he didn't
the
show
only
up.
time he did not show up, Your Honor.
He wasn't at the birth either.
He was not at the birth of our child. Towards the end of my pregnancy, we did break up and we weren't together, but he
Oh, I'm so sick of
assured-
y'all breaking up.
Me too. Me too, Your Honor. But he assured me, no matter what, because my high risk, that he was going to be there for the birth of our child. He tells me, oh, I'm getting my hair done. I know for daggone well you wasn't letting no man retwist your hair. You know what I'm saying? So it's given you sat in you was missing the birth of your child
So
to be in a
she's
female
becoming
phase.
suspicious because you are not showing up for the big moments, Mr. Torres. That's really what it's about.
I understand that.
But now there's allegations of cheating.
Yes, yes.
I mean,
Your Honor.
irresponsible is one thing, but there's some serious allegations of cheater. Are you a cheater?
No, ma'am, I never cheated on her.
So what's going on with these messages to your ex?
Yes, Your Honor. So we had just gotten back together again. And I went through the phone and I saw that he had texted an ex, sending her a you up text. Now, come on, we all know what that means, you up. You know?
That's a booty call text.
Come on,
That's
y'all.
what I said!
It wasn't no booty call
That's
text,
literally
Shauna.
what I said, Your Honor.
It wasn't no booty call text.
What was it?
It was me being a good friend.
Well, I submitted those texts as well.
Let me
because
see
I
what
don't
we're
feel
talking
like
about.
that's-
Okay. You
LOL,
up?
okay for what? Like,
Okay. Again, you up, okay? Yeah, what's up? You late? I was down your way. LOL. Oh, okay, for what? Getting a part for my mom's car. So, it's an innocuous enough conversation. It doesn't say that you are cheating, but why are you having conversations with your ex?
All right, like, she had a domestic dispute with her boyfriend. So I was gonna check on her just to make sure she was good, like, you know.
And you didn't trust him and you didn't believe him?
no, because it's his ex, and he always texting exes when we break up. Like, it's too convenient. It's more than just you trying to check on her. Like, nah, you was trying to check to see if she was up so you could check on her, if you know what I mean.
Nah, it wasn't
That's
like
what
that,
it's
Shauna.
given.
It was not like
That's
that.
what it's given.
So are you telling me that you are not texting exes to get a backup plan just in case it doesn't work out?
I mean, no, I don't do all of these things while we're together.
But y'all not together more than 20 minutes.
So that's when I do my thing. That's when
Now,
I feel like
according
for
to
him-
you, there was a final straw. Now, not for nothing, but mine would have happened a long time ago.
So my final straw was I had picked up a family member to bring them back to where we were residing at the moment. And when I came in the house, there was somebody sleeping in the bed, in his bed, where I normally sleep. And instead of him consoling me and saying, baby, it's not what you think, he said, bro, you tripping. I don't know how you got in my house. Get out. So
Okay, so Mr. Torres,
There was a friend. She was on bad times. She said she needed a place to crash for like 3 days. I said, if it's gonna be 3 days, you could crash at my house. So I was like, you could sleep in my room. You know, I mean,
in the same bed, though, that's extreme, bro.
now at least I understand why you have suspicions
Yes.
as to whether or not this is for the long haul.
And
So let's
it
get to the
affects me.
bottom line.
Yeah.
Because quite frankly,
He's a great
all
dad.
this makeup to break up is tiring. It's time to stop beating around the bush and let's just get to these results.
Yeah.
Okay? Mr. Torres, you willingly submitted to a polygraph examination. So I brought my expert in to help me in this regard. Would you ask the expert to join us, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Corey.
Good day, Your Honor.
It's nice to see you again, Mr. Yarbrough. Today we have with us Mr. John Yarbrough. a certified polygraph examiner from Guardian Polygraph Services. Mr. Yarbrough has been an expert in this field for public and private entities. I, again, find him qualified as an expert in polygraph examinations to provide services for this court. Mr. Yarbrough, we asked Mr. Torres, have you had any sexual contact with, quote, the girl in the bed?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And what was Mr. Torres's answer?
His answer was no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination results indicated that after the maximum number of asking of that question, it still came back as inconclusive.
Interesting.
What? Inconclusive.
Man.
Story of my life.
There were other questions. Mr. Yarbrough, we asked Mr. Torres, have you had any sexual contact with any of the exes during your relationship with Ms. Stevens?
That is correct.
What was Mr. Torres's answer?
Well, when I asked him that question, originally he said that only the times when they were on a break.
Did you modify the question?
I modified the question to read, other than the times that you were on a break. Have you had any other sexual contact with any of your exes that Ms. Torres does not know about?
What was Mr. Torres's answer to that question?
His answer was no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination results indicated he was not being truthful to that question.
So even with the modification,
Wow.
there was a
Oh,
problem.
wait.
There was a third question.
Oh my God.
Mr. Yarbrough, I beg your pardon, Ms. Stevens.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Yarbrough, we asked Mr. Torres, have you had any sexual contact with any other females that Ms. Stevens does not know about during your relationship?
Well, we did modify that question as well.
My goodness. I need work on formulating my questions if you have to modify them that much. What was the new question?
Other than the times that you were on a break, have you had any sexual contact with any other women that she is not aware of?
And what was Mr. Torres's answer to that modified question?
His answer was no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The test results indicated that came back as inconclusive as well.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on,
It's all
man.
inconclusive, Your Honor. The whole relationship
you know
is
what?
inconclusive.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Yarbrough.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Mr. Torres, there's no question that the polygraph did not conclusively find you to be deceptive, but I find your behavior to be deceptive on a regular basis, and I think I've shared that with you.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm trying to decide whether or not to advise Ms. Stevens to even give it the old college try. Ms. Stevens?
I want a family for my child. I don't want to be out here by myself raising
But you
my
are by
children
yourself. Let me be very clear about this.
At this point.
I want you
Yeah.
I want you to live in the truth. Sometimes companionship is not worth the companionship. Sometimes it's better to just do bad by your own doggone self. And Mr. Torres, if you want to be out here having fun, then do that. But don't bring this child along with you. That's just not right.
And I've told
You know,
him
that's
that.
just not right. If you're not ready to be committed, then don't be committed. If you want to be able to hang out, then hang out. But don't lead her down the primrose path telling her that she gonna be the one, that you gonna marry her, that you gonna wife her
Yeah,
up.
and then I just deserve better. And I think you and I both know that. I deserve better.
So, Ms. Stevens, if you deserve better, then get better. You're only disappointed in that which you expected to get. Okay? If you want more, then get more. Okay? If you want to be a wife, then get somebody that's ready to be a husband. Because guess what? It's not Mr. Torres. This case is over.
Made in Georgia.